So here are the tomato plants. They're still doing great. They're getting huge. You see the other one over here. And back here, the hyssop's starting to get a little taller. Once it gets taller than that, I'll try to add some more dirt. And the cabbage is really tall, so I'm going to try to add some more dirt to those today. And there's the beets back there. They're also getting tall. So I think the 2 squares of cabbage and the thing of beets I'm going to add some dirt to today just to try to fortify them. And look, some kidney beans are starting to come up. I was excited to see that. They took a little while. The peppers down here haven't come out yet, but the 2 peppers here are still doing great and getting bigger. The lemon balm's still getting bigger. I think something ended up in with my onions because that's not an onion. There is an onion in there. And you can see, oops, it's not focusing. You can see the onion sprout, but there's something else in there with it. And here's the oregano. And this is the hyssop that I put into the hydroponics. So I think I'm going to take the beets and the 2 cabbage outside. And I don't have any room to repot. As you can see, this little shelf here is completely full. So I think I'm just going to add dirt right in here, right over these little cups. It's not going to hurt a thing, and it will just help fortify the beets and the cabbage. So I think I'll do that next. As I showed you inside on my seeds update, the cabbage and the beets are getting pretty tall and they're kind of thin. So I want to put some more dirt around them to make sure they stay sturdy. And I think since I don't have any room to up pot them to a bigger pot, and they're in those little containers inside little pods, I think I'm just going to put dirt right in there with the pods and just make it like all one section and then figure it out later. But I thought when I have to mix up some dirt and I also need to get a couple things done outside, I would show some gloves that I got. A company, DLY, sent me 2 pair of gardening gloves. That was so kind of them. And I'll put a link to the description to them in the below through Amazon. They sent me a yellow pair and a blue pair. They both have flowers on them. They are for women. Sorry, gentlemen. Sorry. But yeah, I thought I'd show them and kind of do like a review on them. They're really nice and they're not very expensive. The last time I checked the link, they were less than $15. So that's a really good deal. They're long gloves. They have leather on this side. They do have the tips where you can still use your phone if you wanted to. And they're breathable so your hands don't sweat. I think they're like 18 inches long. They go up to my, might not be the, oops, might help if I put it on the right hand. They almost go up to your elbow. I have a flannel on because it's not quite warm yet, but they still go over. So there we go. So they're nice and long. They protect you from getting scratched. They're comfortable. I tried them on already just to check them out. But, and they have a really cool way to measure your hand to make sure you get a pair that fits. These are mediums and they fit me perfect because they are supposed to be a little snug. And they are leather, so they're a little stiff, but I'm sure they'll work out. So I'm going to keep trying to use them this summer and see how they do. But so far, they're doing really good. So I'm going to mix up this dirt for the plants inside. Maybe I have enough in here. So I'm going to get the dirt wet before I go get the plants because it's not that warm outside. The sun's outside, but it's not warm like the plants would like it kind of warm. I am going to bring them out to put the dirt in them though because I will make a horrendous mess inside. So I'm just going to stir this up, get it all moistened. Probably have to add more water. This seedling soil is so dry. I use my old coffee pot for everything now that I don't make coffee with it anymore. It comes in handy. All right, let me just mix this up. And I do like to get my hands dirty sometimes, but it's not very warm today and my hands will be cold. So I'm sure these gloves are meant for summer, but they come in handy in spring in the north, I can tell you that, because my hands will be cold doing this outside today. All right. I think that is pretty moist now. Actually, I might open this other bag and add a little more. Except I might need scissors. I don't know if it'll tear or not. No. Well, all right, what I'm gonna go do, I'm gonna go get the plants that I wanna add the dirt to, and I'll bring out my knife so I can open that bag, and we'll keep going. I'm not used to long gloves. I like them, I'm just not used to them. I only thought I had short gloves before. But yeah, so when you saw inside, these are pretty tall and a little wobbly, and so are the beets. So I'm just gonna take some of this dirt and I'm gonna add it right, oh, well, I didn't mean to add it on them. Hold on. Ah. There we go. Hold on. This is gonna take a hand because I don't wanna break it. Hold on just a second. So this will be a good lesson to be very careful when you're putting dirt in here. Because I didn't mean to drop that right on top, but I had floppy fingers. I'm just gonna stand it right back up and put the dirt around it, and I think it'll be fine. We'll see what happens. This part I think I'm gonna have to do without these, and then I'm just gonna have to have my hands be cold because these little plants are delicate and I don't want to ruin them. They're doing really good. So I think I'm just gonna go around like this and just put it right in here. This one has a little one right here. It's not tall yet. That one hasn't come up all the way yet, so I'm gonna put the dirt around the tall one and kind of leave it a little more shallow on the side where the plant had just come up, so it still can come up, but we'll fortify the tall one there. These are so delicate, it's hard. So you just gotta have some patience. If I had more room, I would up pot them, but it's still too cold outside to put them in the shower house. And I just don't have any more room inside. One day, maybe I'll have a greenhouse. Maybe. All right, that one is okay for right now, I think. I'll check it again after. I'm gonna work on these ones. I obviously don't have the most delicate of hands, but I think they all survived, and now they all have a little more dirt around them, so they won't quite be so stringy. And I just want them to stay in these containers a little bit longer. I'm hoping within the next week or so, I'll be able to move stuff out into the shower house here, but we might get more snow tomorrow, so I have to wait and see how the weather goes. So while I have this nice day going on, I'm gonna bring you over to my raised beds and kind of show you what I've been doing over there today, and take you over to the apple tree for a little bit. The dirt over here in my raised beds is still kind of frozen, but each day or each time the sun comes out, I try to start moving it a little bit and try to get it opened up. So, because, you know, the more I move it around and the more I dig it up, the quicker it will defrost. And also, I can start kind of breaking it up from last year, getting all the clumps out. There's some frozen part right there. But oh, it's still got frost in it, as you can see right there. But I just try to start breaking it up. I get impatient this time of year waiting for things to warm up and to defrost, so I find ways to keep myself busy and try to start gardening, even though you really can't do it yet. But it's getting there. We're down It's still frozen down here, but see, that's solid as a rock, but it's getting there. And hopefully we'll have some more nice days and this will all defrost better. But the soil looks good, except I will still, once it does defrost, I usually bring my big sled over here. I take a lot of the dirt out. I get some new stuff like some loam and stuff like that, some more compost, and I'll mix it all together and then put it back in. And I also need to fill up the new containers that I got to keep gardening. So yeah, so that's basically what I've been doing today. Just little things like this, anything that I can do to feel like I'm gonna be in the garden soon. All right, I'll take you back over to the apple tree. So we're gonna come over to the apple tree. I can't really prune it. I can't do any of the big branches because I waited a little too long. I did prune it a little last year. And I did get some good advice. Some people said I need 2. There used to be a second tree right there, but we had to cut it down. And there is, in that forest over there, all overgrown. There's a couple in the woods over there, but they're probably not close enough. But for now, I am just going to, I think I can safely, because it's still cold. Like today it's only like 28, 30. I'm gonna clip off some of these crazy little branches that are hanging out down here and at least get those off. I'm gonna leave any of the bigger branches alone this year and wait till this fall or winter to try to prune it. I'm gonna give it one more full season to see what it does, but yeah, I'm just gonna prune these real quick and I thought I'd bring you along. Well, thanks for watching and seeing my update on my seeds and what else I had going on today. I can't wait until I can get more and more into, everything growing outside, but they will come in good time. I meant to mention also when I showed these gloves earlier, DLY did mail these to me, but they're not sponsoring me, and they're not giving me any money to review these, but they did send me the 2 pair of gloves for free. So I just like to be transparent. They reached out to me and I did agree to accept the gloves. I thought that was very nice and very cool. I always like to try out new things, and I haven't got any new garden gloves this year yet, and I've never had long ones. So so far, this is the only first time I used them, only for a little bit. I think they're pretty good. I'll keep using them in the summer to see how they hold up and all of that good stuff. I can show you the blue pair if you want to see them. Let's see here. These are the blue pair, and they have butterflies on them and flowers. There's sunflowers also, but these are smaller sunflowers. But yeah, so like I said, I'll put the link down below if you want to check them out yourself. And I hope everyone does really good and keeps continuing to grow with their survival seeds. And if you have not joined the Survival Seed collaboration yet, please do. You can go to survivalseedscollab.com, and it'll tell you how to join. You can also just join into watching the videos and watching live. You don't have to grow the seeds if you don't want to, but I think it's an excellent way to get some free seeds and grow some food that, besides your energy and maybe the container you got to put it in, it's free food. So thanks to VC Family Homestead, Bushcraft Family, and Lazy Days Ahead, because they are the 3 that host the collaboration. And I really have met a lot of good people through here and have been having a lot of fun. So thanks again for watching. I hope everyone has a great week. We'll see you on the live on Sunday. Well, this video might not come out before then, but anyway. And yeah, so have a great week. Live every day to the fullest. Respect nature. And I was going to try to sit next to Tank over here and film my goodbye, but the sun was so bright you couldn't see me. So there's Tank. He's taking a nap with his toys. He's a good old boy. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you in the next one.